In this video, we're going to use real live played guitar samples. What's up? Welcome to another video, and in this video we're going to do something special. I'm going to create a guitar Afrobeat in FL Studio using live played guitar samples. So I'm really looking forward to this video, so let's get started. So first we use an electric guitar to record the samples, and let me quickly show you how we've recorded the samples and how to chop up a sample like this. So this is the project where we recorded the samples. So first I've quickly created this to record the guitar sample. So I'm not playing the guitar myself, but I made this to give him some inspiration when playing some new melodies. So then we did a couple of recordings. So for example, like this one. So then you pick the best sections of the live recordings. So for example, like this one. Then you just add them up, so we get the full sample again. So this consists out of, let's see, 5 different sections of samples. Oh, that sounds amazing. And if you want to time stretch a sample, so in most of the cases the sample isn't played on beat directly, you could simply tweak it by using this time stretch multiplication function right here. So that way you could easily stretch a sample without pitching it or without messing it up. Very easy way, and play around with it until it fits the tempo of the project perfectly. So then again, I've added the simple drums. So this was the first idea, and right now I'm exporting the sample and I'm creating a project from scratch. So again, I'm dragging in the exported sample, and as I remember correctly, the sample was in C minor and 101 BPM. So this is just a dry sample. I've applied a little bit of processing, so a little bit of compression to reduce some of the peaks, and then adding some keys again. So the keys which I've used were too aggressive, so let's use the addictive keys, this one, which is an amazing plugin. And then let's reuse the MIDI file again. So the chord progression which I've already created, and then just paste this one into the arrangement. So right now, in most of the cases, I'm playing around with the pitch of the guitar sample. So I think I'm pitching it up, let's say 1 semitone, set it to E3 generic, and also make sure to pitch this one to C sharp. Then we adjust the key to, let's say, C sharp. So let's have a listen. Sounds way happier. Because the C minor flat scale, I mean, it just sounds very dark. And for an Afrobeat, especially one like this, I want it to sound more happy. So that's why adjusting the scale or the pitch of the sample can make a huge difference. So now I'm looking for a new saxophone sample. So let's see, we use this one. And this one, as you can see, is also in C minor. So we have to pitch it up 1 semitone. So time stretch 100 cents. And right now it's already in E3 generic. That sounds really, really cool. So that sounds perfect. So I'm going to link those elements to the mixer. And first I'm going to apply some simple mixing tricks, which you definitely should apply when starting out. So we have the keys. So we just basically link all the melody layers to the mixer. First I'm going to start off with the keys. So I'm just adding a simple EQ. So I don't want those low frequencies. I don't like this specific peak right here. So that's basically it. Then there's already some reverb on the keys, so don't add too much, otherwise your mix will get too blurry. And then again, we're going to add an EQ to the saxophone sample. So we have some low, muddy low frequencies right here. So we'll make sure we remove those. And then we're going to add some reverb. So I like to use the Valhalla Vintage Verb, but you can also use another reverb. So I want the high frequencies not to come through too much. It sounds really sharp, so we have to reduce the volume. So then let's enable the guitar. So I just wanted to play it together with the keys. So I'm first going to clean the sample, and then I'm going to add some effects. So when using your own guitar loops, that's the way to go. So I don't want to remove any of those low frequencies too much. And then we're going to add a low shelf. And then we want to lower down the mid frequencies. So we're just reducing them. We're not cutting them. And then we're going to remove some of the frequencies right here using a very, very steep EQ. So from around 10,000 Hertz. Then I add this preset natural guitar on this using this compressor. And I want to use some compression in the sample just to make sure the peaks are reduced. So now we cleaned up the sample and now it's time to add some effects. So I always like to use the RC20 retro color. In this case, let's use the Vinyl 3 preset and I'm gonna add a little bit of noise, reduce the wobble because too much, I just don't like it. So we want to use the air preset just to make it sound a little bit brighter. And then again, I want to add another EQ and we're reducing some of the peaks. And you want to make those ones dynamic, so they come in when these notes are playing. So right here I found a really harsh frequency, so this is the right way how to reduce it. And then right now let's add some reverb. So I'm gonna again add the Valhalla Vintage Verb and we're gonna add a little bit of reverb. Let's say we use the Room, which is, again is a really bright tone containing reverb. I'll reduce the low frequencies. You could also add another delay if you want to. So let's say we use the delay 2 and just add a little bit of delay. We're just slightly in the background, so that's basically it. And for this beat, I'm gonna keep it as simple as possible. So the focus will be on the guitar sample. So first we're gonna add some simple drums. So first I'm gonna add a shaker, and I've already used this shaker, which I really like, and I think blended very well together, which is the typical 101 shaker. So now let's add some rims and percussions. So let's use this one, and I'm going to use another layer, this more regular snare or rim. I'm just going to use that very, very basic rhythm, which I use all the time, this one. And then I'm going to just copy this one over into this one. And let's add a little bit of swing, around 50%, something like this. Then let's add a bright kick. So let's add this one. Then let's add a kick right here. So now again the melodies are way too loud, so I'm going to reduce the volume a little bit. So simple mixing. So let's use this one. So that's basically it, very, very simple. And again, let's use another instrument which contains a lot of low frequency. So let's use the Contact 7. I'm gonna use a bass guitar. So for this beat, I want to use as real elements as possible. So let's say we use the Scarby preamp bass, this one. And now we're basically going to follow the root notes. So draw in those ones. Let's reduce the volume. That's it. We're going to keep it very, very simple again. And now let's randomize the velocity like this. So select bipolar, accept. Then let's switch it up right here. And then right now let's add some more loops. So open up the loop kit. So this one isn't out yet, but let's use a sample. So this is basically what I've got so far. Then I maybe want to add some more drums, so especially a new rim. So just an additional layer to the rim. So let's use this one. This one contains a little bit more high frequencies. Then let's pitch the sample. Let's zoom in and remove the first part of the sample. That sounds way much better, very attacky. Now let's layer it. So now let's simply arrange this beat. So I'm gonna select right mouse button, then select split by channel, and then just drag all those layers in at once, like this. Then just copy them over. So first let's start off with the guitar sample like this. So for this beat I'm gonna keep the arrangement very simple. So we have 4 bars of guitar layer, and then I'm switching it up to the saxophone sample. So let's put it on top right here. And maybe we should add another drum roll. So I'm gonna use a drum roll from my sample pack. So let's use this one. And let's link it to the mixer, and then let's remove the low frequencies by simply using this EQ. So that's it. I'm gonna keep it this simple for this tutorial. If you want to download this free guitar sample, the link will be in the description. And let's have a listen to the final result. Very simple. So we're switching it up to the saxophone sample right now. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to download this free sample. The link will be in the description. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great day and create some awesome beats. See you.